Olson here, also known as the Gold Digger Girl, coming in live in multiple places. So we're just going to pray that the internet, I can tell I'm from in Texas now. We're just going to pray that the internet holds up as I am streaming in many, many places. But you know what? Time is money, and we need to make the most of our time together, and that's what we're going to do today, because I'm actually going to dig in to the 10 biggest mistakes I see when it comes to recruiting, but you can apply this to anything. So if you're in sales, or you're selling a course, you're selling coaching, you're selling makeup, whatever it is that you're selling, these 10 mistakes are holding you back. So if you want to have more sales and you know that something's just not right, this is absolutely going to help you with that and more. Okay, so we're going to dig in. Just want to make sure we get this out to everyone. So if you are on my team, make sure our team knows that we are streaming live right now. If you are online with us, please share this out and tag a person in the comments if you have a business bestie, someone you would like to invite to this conversation right now. Instagram is actually crushing it. You have more live viewers than any other platform. And we're literally on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Shout out to Instagram. So I'm going to focus on you guys. All right. So this is what's really cool. First off, you guys see my office. It's done. I'm not completely done. I have to get a chandelier, of course, but my backdrop is done. And I'm so excited because I definitely feel like our home environment and where we are showing up in our business, it needs to be on point. So I'm very excited that it is done. We are here. I feel at home. Also, so grateful for everyone that was able to make it out to Like a Gold Digger conference. We are putting dates together for the next one. We will be sure to let you know where it is. We'll obviously be voting on that very soon in my social platforms. And I want to make sure that you guys plug into everything that we have between now and then, because it's not just those monumental times together. It's what we do in between that's going to make the biggest difference. So this is what I want you to do. If you're on Facebook, drop link in the comments, LINK. If you're on another platform, just click the link in my bio or shoot us a DM on Instagram at the Gold Digger Girl. But I want you to register for our upcoming masterclass. It's the 10 things I wish I would have known when I began building my empire. There are clues that I can share with you. I can pull back the curtain and say, here are all the things that I wish I would have done, because this is absolutely essential for me. It's my duty to pay it forward and pass this information along to you. Also, we have something brand new that we've been working on behind the scenes, which is crazy to think that we've created this on top of the conference, but we're gold diggers and we get ish done. We have something brand new that we're unveiling. And so if you do not come to the masterclass, you're actually going to miss out on that. So there's my little carrot for you. You don't want to be left in the dark at all. No, I have my own podcast. It's the Gold Digger Girl. It has over 500,000 downloads. It's top 25 in the marketing category. You can find us on all platforms where you listen to podcasts. Yep. So we are dual streaming right now, which is really exciting. And we're going to dig in to the 10 things. These are the 10 mistakes, I should say. The 10 mistakes that I see people are making when it comes to recruiting business builders into their network marketing business, or getting people to buy their courses, get into their monthly membership programs, or even become clients if you have a service-based business. So you guys ready for this? Get out pen and paper, because I'm going to go fast and furious, and I'm not playing here, okay? So let's go. You guys ready? Okay, number one mistake I see is that you are selling before you are serving. So I just had a girl who, and this actually hits another one, number two, but I had a girl who reached out to me, and she was selling a product that's been around for decades. And she was like, hey, I sell this product. You want to buy it? And she was trying to sell me before serving. I don't know this girl at all. I've never digested her content. Even if she had funny TikToks that were great, there was no context at all. So the number one mistake you're making is you're selling before you're serving. So what do I mean by that? You absolutely do not want to go for a sale until you have served the person in some way. So for example, if Meredith is on here, I want to encourage you, or she's on Instagram. I want you guys to go and follow Meredith Buchwald on Instagram, because she has a gorgeous jewelry line that she has created out of thin air. She's a rock star. And let's say Meredith wants to sell her jewelry to you. Before Meredith sells her jewelry to you, you're going to see her posting inspirational content, motivational tips to go out there and live your best life. She's going to share some of her passionate things she's very passionate about, like recipes and cooking and family and all the things. So she is serving her audience by showing up every day. She's consistent. And then when you see her jewelry, I bought jewelry from her because She's a valuable person in my life. She's offered value to me. She's not going around going, hey, you want to buy my jewelry? Okay. So we want to think about how we can serve our audience. My biggest advice, like if you don't hear anything else I say today, this is it. Stop trying to sell people. Just stop completely. You're like, well, how am I going to sell things? Mark my words. For those of you that get what I'm dropping, you are going to do this and you're going to come back to me and be like, oh my gosh, it totally worked. Okay. All right. Number 2, cold messaging. Okay. If you are cold messaging, and I've seen people doing this in the coaching space as well, it's not duplicatable, by the way. If you are, in a network marketing company and you've had success and you're like, well, I built my empire by sending 100 messages per day, Kimberly, and it worked for me. Awesome. 99% of the people that that are going to enroll under you at some point do not want to do that. Who here likes cold messaging? Like, just if you love it, just tell me in the comments. It's going to be like none of you, right? Oh my gosh, Jen, I love that you're on YouTube. That's so fun. Okay, let's think about this. Even though it can be effective to cold message people and send a bunch of messages and get a sale from it, is that a long game? Are you building your business for the long haul? And how does it make people feel? Even if they bought, you know why they're buying from you? It's out of guilt, most likely, okay? Or they just happen to really need the thing that you have. Instead, go back to number 1, okay? Yeah, Cindy, I'm with you. You want to stop selling before you serve. Stop selling before you serve people. So go back to number 1 and serve. We don't want a cold message. Okay, I'm going to teaser you if I find out that you're a gold digger and you're claiming that on social media that you're a gold digger, because I believe all of you here are, and that you're cold messaging people. Okay, gold diggers don't cold message. So if you are absolutely struggling, we can help you out with that. Okay, just shoot my team a message and we will get you some training. Okay, ain't nobody got time for that. So number 2 mistake I see is the cold messaging is still happening. It's so 2019. Like, let's just move on. Number 3. You're making the process too complicated. Okay, you're making the process too complicated. So if you are sharing your business opportunity, your product, your program that you've created, and you have 50 links you're sending or videos they have to watch, or they have to get on 12 webinars, or you're like, oh yeah, this product's amazing. Here's here's 20 clinical trials and there's 75 ingredients and they're all, here's the process. It's too complicated. It's not duplicatable as well, but people don't like that. A confused mind does nothing, and people are busy. Okay, it used to be 7 seconds. Attention span is what we had for people. It's probably closer to 3 now. You've got 3 seconds to get people's attention. That is not a lot of time. So if you're spending your time over explaining, over complicating, just making it a big thing, it's going to be very confusing for you and anyone else that you're teaching, and the person experiencing this with you. So instead, basically a goldfish. Basically, you want to make it very simple that a goldfish, yeah, you could keep the attention span of a goldfish. And not that your audience is a goldfish, but our attention spans are nothing. There's not anything left, okay? So we want to make the process we want to simplify the process. So you are making it too complicated. Oh, look at TikTok coming out with, all right, TikTok, you are neck and neck with Instagram right now. Way to go. Okay, number 4, no real launch plan. You don't have a launch plan. So, or a coaching program. So you're like, I'm going to be a coach. And so you sell people into your program, and then you're like, I literally have no idea what to do with these people. Or I told them I was going to help them with X, Y, Z, and I actually don't know how to do that. Like, I don't have a program. I don't have curriculum. I don't have structure. There's no rhyme or reason. I just like to show up and do coaching calls, okay? So there's no real launch plan. Or if you're network marketing direct sales, you don't have a launch plan for those new business builders. The problem with this is that you will not be confident when you're selling your opportunity if you don't know what to do with people. You do not have the posture to say to someone, hey, if when I bring you on board, I have a whole entire system. It's worked for hundreds of others. It's going to allow you to get results right away. Here's 3 examples of people just like you. Let's get you rocking and rolling. You see the difference there with confidence and posture? Confidence and posture is an energy. It's a vibe. People can feel it when you're talking to them. And if you don't know what the heck you're doing, you're actually not enrolling, not because you aren't talking to people. It's because you're not confident. You're like literally just like, I don't even know what to do with these people, okay? Number 5, you do not have an awesome team culture or a company culture. So this is a mistake I see, is that the culture isn't there. So you have people coming on board and they're quitting. Or maybe for some of you in coaching, you have people coming into your programs and they're not engaging. You don't have retention happening. They are not completing your modules. They're dropping off. They're not showing up on the Zooms. For those in network marketing, there's a culture of negativity, of, you know, the mean girl club, right? Or the people who are actually getting results are the only ones that get attention. Every person on your team matters. The fact that that person invested money into your company to learn directly from you, it's your responsibility to create a good team culture. And if you don't have it because you plug into your uplines or whatever, you start your own, okay? That's why we have elephantsisters.org. Ain't nobody got time for mean girlness or making people feel bad because they're not selling $1 million, okay? The average person wants to make $500 a month, $1,000, okay? Average person right now wants to be able to pay for Christmas in cash, okay? That's the average person. So let's not just focus on the 5%ers. The culture is very important for retention, long-term success, how you feel of how you're showing up. And if you have a company of some sort, the culture is very important. There's a really good book called Culture Code I just read. It was referred to me by one of my coaches. Fabulous book. It's awesome. Okay. Number 6, you have too small of an audience. So what you're doing is, even if you are getting some engagement on your post, it's the same 10 people, the same 20 people. That also is not going to allow you to recruit more people or get new clients, because you have to realize that people will come and go. So they're going to be following you for a little bit and then they're going to move on. They're going to follow someone else. It's just natural. Okay. We have that happen all the time. We have people come back into our world because we don't mess around, and we're going strong and we're still here, and we're going to continue to be here. We'll have people leave and we have people come back. Okay. But you're going to have people who are following you now that are not going to be following you next week. So if you're not growing your friends list, you're not growing your Instagram account or TikTok or LinkedIn connections, then you're going to have less and less people seeing your content, or you've got the same 20 commenting on all your stuff. And you're like, well, Kimberly, my engagement's pretty good. I get 20 comments every time I post. But how many sales are you getting? It doesn't matter how many comments you get. It doesn't matter if your reels get, I have a reel that just has 17,000 views on it that I just posted last night, an Instagram reel. I didn't have any sales from that, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you have 17,000 views on a video. Who cares? What matters is what you do with those people, what you do with those viewers, the commenters, the new followers on Instagram. Where do I take those people? How am I engaging with them? What offers do I have for them to plug into? And a reminder, as we're rocking and rolling through these 10, if you're on Facebook, put link in the comments, LINK, just put link in the comments. If you're on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, click the link in my bio or DM me. I want to make sure you guys enroll in our upcoming masterclass. It's on Monday, 2:00 Central. It is the 10 things I wish I would have known before I began building my empire. Wouldn't you like to know the mistakes I've made? Like, okay, Kimberly, just air your dirty laundry. Like, we want to know what that looks like for you. And we want to fast track our success, and success does leave clues. So I'm going to give you all the goods in that training. Okay. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you register for that. Okay. So too small of an audience, which means we need to grow our audience. Number 7, this mistake I see happening all the time: spamming in Messenger with a link. Okay, here's an example. Oh, hey, Karen, thanks for watching my Instagram live today. I really appreciate you. Hey, I actually, I have a masterclass next week. Here's the link, jump in. Karen's like, WTF, like, I hopped onto your Instagram live to check you out. I don't know you. You don't know what I've got going on. Maybe I'm, I don't want to come to your masterclass, or maybe I teach the same thing, and what's going on here, right? What I do instead is I'll say, hey, Karen, thanks for jumping on my Instagram live. What did you like most? What drew you to it? Or, hey, I saw you're an entrepreneur as well. What do you do? Tell me a bit about yourself. And we're going to chat a little bit. And if I have something that I think can help Karen, I'm going to ask if I can send the link. Same thing with products. If you sell health and wellness products and you have, say, Kristen comments on something and you're like, ooh, Kristen's interested in my magical skincare. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to say, hey, Kristen, I saw that you commented. This is key, guys. Kristen, I saw that you commented on my post about, I'm 42 and I have less wrinkles than I did 5 years ago. And you were really, you commented that that's awesome and you'd like to know more. Tell me a little bit about your skin challenges. Is it anti-aging is the goal, or do you have, any issues you're working through? I'm going to get her pain points first. Okay. Yes, culture code, Cindy. I'm going to get her pain points first. I'm going to find out what's going on with Kristen before I start blasting links, even if she raised her hand and engaged in my content. Be different than other people. Slow your roll. When you slow your roll, you will stand out. People will feel seen. They will feel like you actually care about them. And what's really great is then you get to know everything about them. So if Kristen tells me, oh, actually, hey, Tara, what's up? We have the Tara Oldridge in the house on Instagram. Whoop, whoop. So when I think about Kristen and she tells me that, no, actually, I really liked that you said that, you love those anti-aging products. But what's really going on for me is I've had rosacea since I was a kid. I have to wear so much makeup that, it's really hot where I live and I'm embarrassed, to be honest. Okay. If I just send Kristen my anti-aging links, I'm not sending her the line that's actually designed for rosacea. And we also have some confidence issues going on with Kristen. Do you think that I can make a positive difference in Kristen's life if I can be her advocate that she's beautiful? And then I've got some stuff I think can help her, but I'm also there for her. And I'm going to tell her she's beautiful. There's a big difference between selling skincare products and making women feel beautiful. Can I get an amen? Okay. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about this. Number 7, don't spam links out there. Always get permission and find those pain points first. Okay. Number 9, we are going to be, this is a top recruiting mistake we're going to avoid, is we're going to stop convincing and we're going to start attracting. Let me show you what convincing looks like. Hey, Cindy, oh my gosh, I've been following you, girl. And let me tell you, you would crush my business. Like, I can just see you getting that car and going to the top. Like, you really need this. Cindy's like, okay, Kimberly, I'm a social media manager and I don't want to do your thing, right? Cindy's like, what is happening right now? Instead, I'm going to attract Cindy to what I'm doing. And I'm like, hey, and I do a training on multiple streams of income. And I'm like, you know what? If you have a social media marketing agency, you do affiliate marketing, you create courses, let me tell you about multiple streams of income. And I have an opportunity where you can work directly with me and I'll mentor you. If you want to be mentored by me, put me below. This is pretend, by the way, so you don't have to put me in the comments. Cindy is going to say, okay, now, like, I think I would like to find out a little bit more about what the Gold Digger Girls got going on because I'd love an opportunity to mentor with her. Can you see the difference between convincing versus attracting? Okay. Number 9, biggest mistake I see, this is for any industry, anything that you do, I see this all the time, is you're not following up. The reason why you're not following up, it's not because you don't want to follow up. It's because you're so disorganized, right? Yeah, it's real. I get it. Entrepreneurs are very squirrely. We're like Olaf, like, oh my gosh, there's a butterfly. Like, I totally get it. And we get to become organized. We get to put systems in place. And you know what? I got to a point before I officially retired from network marketing. I had the last year of being in network marketing, I had automated my business completely, that the follow-up was done by my team. So I would record, a generic voice memo for something specific, inviting to a sneak peek, an opportunity call, maybe a promotion. And then I would record it. And then my team had the list, because we had everything organized, of who to send that message to. So they got a personal voice memo from me. And what happens when you do that is having a VA support you. If you're disorganized, then you get to find someone to help you with that. If you just can't seem to get it together, I get it. Everybody's brains are different. And we have to, instead of saying, well, I'm just so, I have all these ideas, I'm in a glass case of emotion. What we need to do instead is get some help and get some support, okay? Follow up. The majority of people that you talk to when you first introduce them to your opportunity, your coaching program, your thing, they are going to say no or not right now. And instead of being disappointed or like, man, I lost the sale, you didn't lose the sale. It was the beginning of the sales cycle. Anyone who's been in sales knows the process. Most say no, most say not right now. People are on a continuum of behavior change, readiness to make a decision. You don't know what's going on in their life. And when they are ready to make that decision, the person who is in front of them will get the client. The person who's in front of them will get that business builder. Have you ever had someone join your team, your network marketing company, or maybe even coach with someone, and you're like, oh, I talked to that person. Why do they not sign up with me? Because the other person was top of mind. It was in their inbox. They're not going to remember. Sorry, they're just not. It's your duty and responsibility to follow up with people knowing that the sale will come. But you have to find unique, creative ways to follow up, not just, hey, you're ready, hey, you're ready, hey, you're ready. And we have other trainings on that. Okay, number 10. Oh, by the way, I'm so excited to share with you guys the training I'm doing at 2 o'clock Central today. I could talk about it all day long, but I won't. All right, number 10, biggest mistake I see is people are not consistent. They're not consistent. And people will ask me, how are you like everywhere on social media? Everywhere I turn around, I see something from you, right? Yeah, we're consistent, but we're also smart about it, okay? We repurpose things. We have a schedule. There's all kinds of cool things that come into content creation, which I want to remind you guys, if you don't follow me on TikTok has up to 3 minutes of recording now. So I'm doing micro content in TikTok. So even my YouTube videos and podcasts are about 10 minutes long. If that's too long for you, I actually have micro content with a really long caption to support it, kind of like a little mini blog post. Follow me on TikTok at the Gold Digger Girl, because I think that will be good for some of you that are really busy, is just to get those bite-sized little nuggets that are 2 or 3 minutes, okay? But not being consistent is just a lack of commitment. You're like, I just can't figure it out. Yes, you can. What could be more important? If you're not treating this seriously, then you're not going to get results. If you're serious though, and you're like, no, I'm really serious, put me in coach, like I'll do whatever you say, then you have to learn how to be consistent. Being consistent just means you show up every day. You choose what platforms you show up on. You choose the format of what that looks like. I happen to like video because I feel like it's just a really great way to educate and teach others. But for you, it might be reels. It might be stories. We have a girl right now in Accelerator. Shout out to all of our new students, by the way. We are so excited to welcome each and every one of you into our programs. But we have a new student in our Accelerator program, which is a application-only program. Anyways, and she had her biggest network marketing month ever last month and the month before ever. And she's been in direct sales for years. The majority of her sales come from her stories, and her reels are awesome. She's like crushing it, but most of her sales come from her stories. So where do you think she spends most of her time? Stories. So you get to choose. You don't have to do what I do. You don't have to do what the next person does. You get to choose, but it's up to you to figure out what that looks like. So when you feel yourself saying, well, I don't know, I'm so overwhelmed, go out, go learn, go educate yourself, go motivate yourself. Go learn from somebody, hopefully us, right? We have so much training on all of this. You literally have everything at your fingertips. You're just choosing to tell yourself a story that's not serving you. And I'm going to challenge you. Every single one of you obviously has the ability to listen to videos, or you wouldn't be on here. So listen to some videos and get some trainings, okay? Or just watch how I do it. Just watch how I do it. And you will see there, absolutely, the blueprint is there for you, okay? So I'm so excited to share with you guys what I'm teaching at the top of the hour. 2 o'clock Central in both Facebook groups, Gold Digging Boss Babes, which passed 30,000 members, by the way, woo woo, and Gold Digger Creatives has 27,000 members. Either group, Facebook, 2 o'clock Central, I'm going to teach you how to leverage interviews to increase your influence on social. So if you know you need to get in front of more people, when we talked about your audience is too small on this list today, you know audience building is like you've got to figure out the growth there in the audience building. I'm actually going to teach you the strategy I used when I first got onto Facebook. Eventually, you can use this on Instagram, wherever you want to do interviews. But this is actually how I grew my audience so quickly, and I did grow my audience very fast. This is how. Wasn't using Facebook ads, wasn't doing anything. This is literally the method that I use. So if you want to learn how I did it, that's actually what I'm going to teach today at 2 o'clock Central. And then, yes, I'm going to put this, if you are on Facebook, I'm going to put this at the bottom. I also want to remind you guys to text Gold Digger. It's one word. Your phone will autocorrect. Text Gold Digger to 737-240-3136. Text that to, just text the word Gold Digger to that, and then it'll opt you into our Project Broadcast, which is how we communicate via text all of our Goal Digger happenings. So make sure you guys do that. And then last but not least, click the link, TikTok, Instagram, click the link in the bio, in my bio. If you're on YouTube, somewhere else, click the link. If you're on Facebook, you can just put link in the comments and we'll get you situated. But we have a brand new masterclass that we're doing on Monday. This masterclass is going to blow your socks off because I've got 10 strategies for you. These are the biggest mistakes I made when I first got on social media, when I began building my empire. And as we've passed $6 million in revenue, there are clues that I want to convey to you and teach you. So I'm going to give you the list. You're going to be rocking and rolling with knowledge. And we have something brand new where we are promoting, releasing them, that the only way you can get information to this is to be on the masterclass. So there you go. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay. So if this was helpful, wherever you're watching us, if this was helpful, let me get that off of there. Take a screenshot and throw it in your stories and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. Let me teach you how to use this screenshot, this little, or you can take like a little video. Let me teach you how to turn this into a curiosity story. Okay. Take a picture of me. Make sure my eyes are open. Yay. And then put it in your stories and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. This is what I want you to put on the story. I want you to say, I just crushed a training on the 10 biggest mistakes you're making when it comes to recruiting. Do you want to grab the replay? And then use the poll feature and say, grab replay, ? Yes, absolutely. Make sure the answers are both positive. You always want to do that with your polls. And then when they say yes, that they want it, in the DM say, hey, here's the link for the replay. By the way, if you're on Instagram, bring them over to Facebook, which is really cool. Get them the replay of this video. Why is that helpful to you? Because when you give them this training, they associate you with the training. So even though you're not teaching this, they go, wow, that was really helpful. And now you have offered value. You have made their life better. And now they see you as a resource, which is what you want. And you can open up the conversation about their business and where they're at, okay? So give that a try. I think that will work out really well for you. Everyone else, I will see you at the top of the hour, 2 o'clock Central, in our Facebook groups. So we can talk about how to use interviews to leverage so that way you can grow your influence on social. Thanks for being on. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see